This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting. Brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, July 11th. First up, creator startups have already raised as much this year as in 2023. New data from the Information's Creator Economy database shows the creator economy startups are seeing big returns. While investment levels have not returned to the high that was seen 3 years ago, the number of startups built around or utilizing generative AI reportedly has many investors intrigued. However, they tend to avoid overly niche concepts and gravitate towards ones that have a strong creative brand, with the bar for quality having risen significantly since the boom. This comes alongside at least 25 creator brands shutting down since 2021. Podcasting can expect to see creators leveraging the power of branded audio content to promote these businesses and connect with potential customers. Next up, ad industry acquisitions are beginning to heat up. The ad industry saw an explosion of mergers and acquisitions at the start of the summer, with a new one on average every week. After fears of a recession and a notably slow period last year, industry players are glad to see things picking up after a similarly slow Q1 to 2024. Most of these deals involve a supply-side platform, covering the ways advertisers and brands reach customers such as social media apps and streaming. Podcasting has also seen a number of moves in this space in this quarter, such as This American Life returning to national public media for ad sales. See yesterday's issue for more on that. Next up, publishers reflect on ad revenue midway through 2024. Midway through the year, publishers are reportedly adjusting their plans for a bright 2024. According to statements to Digiday, Gallery Media Group and Apartment Therapy Media are seeing total and direct ad revenue increases respectively. Average deal size is also increasing, with strategies and investments in events and branded content paying off. Ad categories that took a hit during the pandemic, such as real estate, big box retail, and automotive, are seeing a resurgence as spending habits shift. Next up, CNN to launch digital subscriptions by end of 2024 amid layoffs. CNN announced plans to launch a new digital subscription service by the end of this year, as well as 2 free and ad-supported digital services. The news comes on the heels of recent layoffs at the company, including 100 newsroom positions being eliminated. Chairman and CEO Mark Thompson shared that this move was part of a plan to take CNN to the digital age, an age which has seen consumers increasingly move to social media platforms like X and TikTok for their daily news. The digital service will be offered exclusively via the CNN website and could potentially be a trial run for a larger slate of news offerings aiming to capture a wider variety of audience niches. Next up, advertisers defend brand safety tools as lawmakers see conservative media redlining. The advertising industry was called to the stand in a hearing on Wednesday, centered around the accusation that it is moving spending away from conservative media outlets. The Global Alliance for Responsible Media, GARM framework, who was the target of the lawmakers in the hearing, has guidelines to help advertisers determine appropriate content for spending allocation. Republican Congressman Jim Jordan alleged that said guidelines, instead of providing ways for advertisers to ensure smart spending on brand-safe avenues, specifically targets conservative and far-right media. This allegation comes despite its antitrust premise basing itself on legislation designed for mergers and acquisitions rather than individual business operations. Said Unilever USA President Harris Patel at the meeting, quote, "We have a right to choose where we want to choose our investments or where we want to advertise our brands," end quote. As for the rest of the news, armchair expert host Dax Shepard has signed an $80 million deal with Wondery for exclusive distribution and ad sales rights, and the Critical Role brand continues to diversify as it announces a new 4-part miniseries starring 2 original Critical Role cast members set in the world of an audio drama acquired by the company last year. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by myself, Newton Shottelcotti, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.